And we are live. Hello everyone and welcome back to Formula 2 for the Assetto Corsa Offline Championship. We're finally back. It's been about 1.5 months since Formula E was last back on, and we are finally back for Formula 2. It's been a long wait, but I'm so glad to see it return. My name is Miran FG. I'm your commentator for today once again. And Formula 2. As I said, it's been a very long wait, so I'm really glad to see it back. And we have a championship decider today. 6 drivers from 6 teams, but only one champion can be crowned. We have 6 drivers. As I said before, we have, if I could find it, I think. So let's get an update on the championship standings then. Just to freshen up the memory, back from Italy. So to go through the top 7, or no, actually I should do this later. Let's go through the track details, because this is a first. We're here for the first time on Yas Island for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So the Yas Marina circuit, located on Yas Island on the east coast of Abu Dhabi, next to Ferrari World, owned by Ferrari obviously, also home to the world's fastest roller coaster. First F1 race was back in 2009. That was when this lovely circuit was built by Hermann Tilke, a German designer. Obviously built many other circuits, or designed, should I say, designed many other circuits like Sepang, Istanbul, Shanghai, Russia, and Circuit of the Americas. 5.554 kilometers of track length and 16 turns. And we have this circuit is a bit how would you say it? It's a mix of quite everything. You can see in turn 1 and turn 2 it's very flowing. In turn 5 you got the sharp turn 5 or turn 7 hairpin, should I say. Then you got the turn 8, turn 9 chicane, very good for overtaking. And then some other corners as well. But this is also one of the few night races, if I believe the only night race. No, the second night race on the Formula 2 calendar. So we'll see these Dallara Formula 2 cars go under the night, and it's certainly going to be really exciting. We've had the first lap time come in now. Rosetta Martinez, it's a 1:52.4. Here is Yash Parmar and Milka Singh in the Trident. He's one of the championship contenders today. Sits in P3 with 59 points. He can take the title today. So it's going to be very exciting to say the least. So we have a few laps come in now, and it's surprisingly it's Samet Özkan who has set the fastest time out of the 7 drivers. So the Swede, as there, gets topped by the Indonesian Adam Hidayat, going up into pole 1:51.9. So we're into the 1:51s now. Ida Weitz, yet another driver in the championship contention, sits P3s, and here is Nikhil Walji in the championship fight as well. So he's setting a lap time in his Prima. There he is, behind the Russian time of I think that is Dima Antonov, but I can't quite be sure. As Luca Farina crosses the line, goes P10. So Hidayat on pole once again. He seems to have a very good track record with these Gulf countries in qualifying. Obviously took pole in Bahrain, and might do it again, but no. Tomas Mandic goes 4/10 faster. That is actually that may be what Mandic needs, because now he's on pole position, and his championship rival Linus Timel is now in P9. So might we see a repeat of what happened in Formula E? Maybe we can't be sure yet. As there is Dima Antonov goes up into P3. Good lap time from the Russian. He beats out his teammate, who's down in P11, which is not what Linus Timel needs right now. Ida Weitz is P5. Nikhil Walji's P9, Timel is P11 as Özkan improves up into P3, and Shahin goes up into P4. Fraser is... I can't say what Fraser is. He's P8. Singh is P15. So most of the championship rivals are... Most of the... what was I going to say? Most of the championship contenders are out of the point, surprisingly. But Mandic holds pole position in 1:51.799. So I think that might be a time to a very, very strong lap time. So we'll see if that time will be beaten anytime soon. Here's Milka Singh. P15 is not what the Indian driver needs at the moment. He needs to improve quickly, because everything will count here at Abu Dhabi. But let's go through, now that we're on the topic of championship contention, let's go through the championship standings for Formula 2 before we get on with the race. Linus Timel in the Russian time, 68 points with the leads, as someone did actually ask before the championship standings, so good, you're here now. Linus Timel sits on first, 68 points. Thomas Mandic is currently on pole position, 62 points, as this Singh goes up into P10, so he's improved. And speaking of Singh, he is in third in the championship battle, 59 points, so he's 3 points behind Mandic. Daniel Fraser is P4, 52 points. Ida Weitz is P5 with 49 points. And then it would be his teammate Laban Zasnishkai, but he's obviously not competing in F2 this weekend. It is Will Parrish who is in for Laban this race today. As there he is, actually. The American makes his Formula 2 debut, so a bit of a guest appearance for him. But Weitz is P5 in the championship standings, 49 points, and then in P6 is Nikhil Walji with 44 points. So it's a very, very exciting championship fight we're gonna have. And while I was talking, Samet Özkan actually just took pole position once again in that MP. So very good quality from the Swede. Mandic still sits P2. His championship rivals are very, very far down. So we don't know what's gonna happen to them. Yeah, Blackwood's on a pretty good lap there. About the 10th off Özkan, so he might be able to get up into the top 10 definitely. Singh does not look to be on an improvement lap, as there he is stuck behind Ida Weitz, I think that is. As here is Blackwood, they're ahead. Oh no, he's coming into the pit lane. There is an Arden ahead who's going to set a lap time, but I don't think he's going to be an improvement. As Mandic comes into the pit lane as well. The Croatian driver sits very, very well right now. As here is Jean-François Billeux, the Frenchman. Been a pretty good season, been a pretty okay season for him as actually. He scored a win at Baku, but he really didn't get any better for that than the Frenchman. His teammate Yash Parmar obviously scored a 1-2 with him that race. His teammates is in P13, and Jean is currently in P19. So here's Nikhil Walji, the Canadian, in the Prema, McLaren reserve. So he might be fighting for that McLaren seat next season, who knows. As Shahin comes into the pit lane. As there is Oscar van Rooyen, who goes into P5. So very, very... so the MPs are looking very strong. So they've definitely improved under the off-season, that must be said. As here is the championship leader, Linus Timel. The man from Sweden currently sits P12, which is really not where he wants to be, but as he goes down to P13, Alex Broster goes up to P10. Timel is obviously, he's a bit of an overtaker, and he tends to charge through the field quite a lot, but he seems to be stuck in P13 at the moment, and that is really, really not where he wants to be. So we're seeing some new drivers emerging. We're seeing we're just seeing how the drivers have adapted after this long off season. So some drivers are performing better and some drivers performing worse. As there is Daniel Fraser, goes up into P5. That's surely going to put him in championship contention. If you remember from Bahrain, where Daniel Fraser won from P6 on the grid. It was a great performance from him. I remember that very vividly. Pulled off some incredible overtaking in that race. We'll see if he can do it again, or if Mandic will be able to secure his third win. Whatever Mandic does, if he outscores Timel, then I think he will have the championship in the bag, and I think it's looking very likely. P2, Mandic won't be going for pole, but a P2 will be enough for him. As long as Timel is not in the point, then yeah, it'll be very good news for Mandic. So will it be for this man, Daniel Fraser, as Will Parrish goes up to P16. As here is Yash Parmar, the Brit. It's been a very mediocre season for this man as well, Yash Parmar. And yeah, I think he might want to improve after a bit of a horrible 2018 or 2017, sorry. As Alex Foster improves once again, not enough to get him out of P10. As here is the pole man, Samet Özkan. We were expecting a Swede to be on pole today, but certainly wasn't this man. As he seems to be behind Adam Hidayat, who seems to be going rather slowly. So Özkan just wants to clear him as soon as possible. As I think Shahin is in on a bit of a lap there. There goes Dimantonov up into P3. As Shahin heads through the final couple of corners now. As we're going to see if there will be an improvement for Özkan as he goes through sector 1. It's no improvement from him. So that must have been a very, very good lap time for Samet to be a second off. But we'll see if anyone can challenge to that. As yeah, 6 minutes remain in qualifying. We've got a few viewers in chat, so let me know who you think is going to win the title after this race, because it creates a bit of discussion, and discussion is always nice. So yeah, gets me things to talk about as well. As Samet Öz comes now into the pit lane, Mandic, Antonov, Hidayat and Shahin are all out on track, so they might be able to challenge for pole. But I think Singh could Milka Singh could improve on his qualifying definitely. Timel is not the greatest qualifier, that's to say the least. Obviously he scored his first ever win back in Italy, and that was a pretty chaotic race, and yeah, he just kind of kept his cool and he won that. So yeah, and we've had the man himself, Thomas Mandic, say I think Mandic will win, 100% no bias. So yeah, Mandic looks there. Actually, I was talking about Milka Singh. There goes up into P2. Great lap time from him. Matija Dragovic up into P5. Thomas Mandic goes on to pole position by 0.5 of a second. Great lap from the Croatian. That is exactly what Mandic needs to win this title, and we're gonna see if he can keep that. That is a stunning lap time from the Croatian, and that's almost a nail in the coffin for Linus Timel. It's at P15, which is really, really where he doesn't want to be, because that's gonna severely cripple, if not even destroy, his championship fight, his championship battles. There's Nikhil Walji. There's Jafar Blackwood behind him, as Luca Farina goes up at the P11. I think there might be a bit of scuffling going on between Walji and Blackwood, but yeah, Nikhil needs to improve as well if he wants to be in this championship fight. He's out of the points at the moment, so is Timel. But all the other championship contenders, oh no, Veit is out of points as well. All the other championship contenders are out of the points, so it's certainly going to be interesting where everyone lands. But yeah, We got 3 minutes remaining in qualifying at the moment. Waldy's gonna set another lap, so Blackwood will be. I think he might hold up Jafari Blackwood. As there in the background was who was it? Daniel Fraser, right? As Jean-Francois Bidal crosses the line to set a new lap time. Man in last place at the moment. Yeah, his teammate, I believe. I don't know if it's Parma or Parrish, because they have the same abbreviation, so it's a bit hard to see. And I think, yeah, that's Yash Parma. So the two ARTs are last, which is really not going to look good for them. So Blake Moore in chat says Daniel Fraser. Yeah, apologies for that. But yeah, we're back. What was I talking about? Yeah, Blake Moore in chat said, oh no, what is this? He said Daniel Fraser to win the title, and that could be a possibility actually. But he currently sits P9 at the moment, so I don't really know if he can challenge. But anything can happen. You know what's gonna happen? You can see that Fraser is only a 10th off Monday, so this is gonna be. This might be, but you can see, look how much traffic that is for Fraser. That's gonna impact him massively, I think. So this lap time might be ruined. Linus Timmel, where's he? He's behind the ART. As I think there was an improvement somewhere, but I didn't really catch it. As I think Timmel is behind one of the ARTs, so he's gonna be stuck there as well. Daniel Fraser, we're gonna see if he can improve as he comes across the line. And no, it's no improvement for Fraser, so it looks to be it looks like they're held up in that third sector. As Bilal brings himself out of last place up into P19, so wasn't the greatest lap time from the Frenchman. So we got 1 minute remaining in qualifying. I think all the drivers in the pit lane, Singh, Shaheen, Blackwood, and Martinez, will not be able to set a lap time. So most drivers are still out on their lap times. Timmel desperately needs to clear, I believe that is Yash Parmar, who is holding him up. So he needs to get past Yash as soon as possible. Yeah, he's not really setting the timing sheets on fire at the moment, Yash Parmar. But I think we have 40 seconds remaining in qualifying. The night has fallen over the Yaz Island circuit. As we're gonna see, as a few drivers are gonna cross the line now. There's someone behind Timmel actually. I'm not sure who that is, but I can't quite see. Timmel doesn't improve. He's 2 seconds off his own lap time. Nikhil Walji we're gonna see his sector 2 time. It's 8/10 off, so I don't think it's gonna be an improvement for the Canadian as well. Or it might be actually, but he's stuck behind. I think that went a bit wide there. I'm not really sure. He seems to be stuck behind the Arden there. So we're gonna see as the checker flag is now out. Broster comes into the pit lane. So yeah, it was Alex Broster. So he's gonna be P15. But we're gonna see a few cars that are gonna cross the line. We've got a few good cars here. Matija Dragovic there, and then I believe Jean-Francois Bilal. Richard Sundevik was up at the P15, the Swedish-Korean driver. Behind was Nikhil Walji, who's crucially can't improve. Fraser comes into the pit lane. Idevites is on a lap time, I think. Yes, he is. We're gonna see the Swede as he crosses the line. Below improves, but it's not enough for him. We're gonna see Idevites will be an improvement for him. Linus Timmel is on a lap time. Idevites goes up to the P12. It's not enough to bring the Swede into the points. As Timmel is still stuck behind Yash Parmar. So this is really, really not what the Swede needs, because he's gonna be stuck there for most of the time. You can see he's 1.3 off, and I think maybe, just maybe, this might be the championship hopes over for Linus Timmel. Look, he just got completely held up there by Yash Parmar, so that's probably the lap over for Timmel. He's gonna start P17 for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and that's not really what. That's totally not what Linus Timel wants. It's going to be a disaster for him. As Parmar comes into the pit lane, we're going to see... I don't think it's going to be an improvement for Timel. And we're going to see if he's going to cross the line. And no, it's no improvement for Timel. There's another car coming across the line. There's Will Parrish, I think. He's going to cross the line. And no, but it's Thomas Mandic. Pole for the final time here in Formula 2. And that is definitely what Thomas Mandic needs. So, let's go through the grid one final time here in Formula 2. Thomas Mandic on pole position for the final time. The championship contender is really... He's had a dream start. Samet Özkan, a qualifying best for him in P2, and championship contender Milka Singh in third. Dima Antonov starts fourth. Behind him is Matija Dragovic. Oscar van Rooyen, very, very good qualifying from him as well, and a good qualifying from MP in general. Behind him is Adam Hidayat. Halil Shahin, the Turkish driver, in P8, and behind him is yet another championship contender, Daniel Fraser. And behind Fraser is his racing engineering teammate, Jafari Blackwood. And racing engineering, obviously their final race. We bid farewell to them after this race. Luca Farina starts P11, Ida Weitz in P12, followed by Nikhil Walji. Then it's Rosetta Martinez and Richard Sundevik. And then it's Alex Broster, championship contender Linus Timel, colossally down in P17. We're going to see what if he can do anything this race. Will Parrish in P18, Jean-François Billard P19, and Yash Parmar rounds off the grid. But now, as we are getting ready for the final race of Formula 2, it's been months since we started, but let's get racing, shall we? As we have 16 laps ahead of us. Thomas Mandic is on pole. Samet Özkan is in second. And we're underway here at Abu Dhabi. And it looks to be a very good start from Mandic, but he's going to have to cover off the outside. He's going to have to cover off the inside. As there's Samet Özkan, the Swede. He's going to try it into turn 1. No, he can't. Mandic leads into turn 1. Oh, and that's a massive pileup. And it looks like Dima Antonov is involved there as well. And that is a very, very big pileup. Van Rooyen's up into P5. Several cars involved there. Linus Timel is up into P11. Richard Sundevik's up into the points. Alex Broster's down to P17. And that was a very, very hectic start. Antonov is out. And another driver as well. I didn't quite catch who that was. But that is a very big pileup at the start. But Mandic leads as, yes, there is Dima Antonov. And I believe what looks to be Shahin. Halil Shahin looks to be involved there as well. So the two drivers binned it into turn 1 and they're stuck there, it seems like. But Thomas Mandic leads for Samet Özkan, Milka Singh, and Matija Dragovic in P4. Oscar van Rooyen's up into P5. Linus Timel from P17 to P12, but he's just 1.3 behind Ida Weitz, so I don't think he's going to be able to catch. But whatever. But if we finish like this now, Thomas Mandic will win the championship definitely. Yeah, that was quite a hectic start actually, as everyone heads through the turns 17 and 18 now. I think that is turns 17 and 18 at least. I don't know my track map up. Yeah. But yeah, that was a very hectic start. Here's Ida Weitz. He's chasing down Richard Sundevik. So it's the Rapax versus the Ard, and obviously we bid farewell to Rapax as well. This is their final race in Formula 2. We'll have Racing Engineering and Rapax say goodbye to us after this season, and we'll have Carlin and Charuz coming next season. As Thomas Mandic now leads 1 second ahead of Samet Özkan. Özkan's going to score his first podium of the season. Ida Weitz is out of points. So we'll see if he can... he'll be able to score any points this race. As he seems to be closing in there on Sundevik. Mandic has built up a pretty solid gap, as Timel has closed the gap to Weitz by 5/10 actually. So Timel seems to be a bit on the pace today. We'll see if he can overtake a few people to get into the points. We'll see. As here's Yash Palmer as well. Jean-Francois Below went from P19 to P14 on the start. Veit scored a few podiums this season. Scored one in Spain and in Spa as well. That was a great drive for Veit at Spa, I remember. Matija Dragovic, been a pretty okay season for him as well. Nothing major, but he's done pretty well in my books. As Singh seems to be closing in on Özkan actually for P2, so we're gonna see if Singh might be able to take that P2. But whatever he does, if Mandic leads, Singh cannot challenge. Because, I think even if Singh takes the lead from Mandic, then he still won't win the championship. So I think Mandic has to finish somewhere in the top 3 to win. Or he just has to outscore Timel, I think, and make sure Singh doesn't win, I guess. As Will Parrish now sets the fastest lap, coming into lap 3. The American in his first race for Formula 2. As there's Luca Farina, is getting very, very close to Daniel Fraser. Didn't seem to be able to make a move there. Obviously, Yas Marina is not the greatest circuit for overtaking, as we all know. As Özkan doesn't seem to be able to close the gap on Mandic at the moment. As here's Yash Parmar, 1.1 behind Rosetta Martinez. As it's Alex Brosser behind. Jafari Blackwood, the man who made his debut at the British round, replacing Victor Albom, scored a podium on his first ever race. That was really, really impressive. But that was kind of the best they got for the Jamaican driver. As Farina seems to have lost a bit of time to Daniel Fraser in P7. Fraser, whatever he does now, won't be able to win the championship, because then it will go to Thomas Mandic. All the other people except Mandic are gonna have to hope for a miracle or something happening, because Özkan doesn't seem to be catching up, and neither does Singh, as Dragovic is actually caught up to Singh now. So the Indian driver is gonna have to do a bit of defending from Dragovic behind. But we'll see if he can make a move. Nikhil Walsh is the first lap, but no, Jean-Francois Below sets a faster lap, 153.5 at the moment. So he's the fastest man on track, but no overtakes from him yet, as we're on lap 4 of 16. Here is our race leader, Thomas Mandic from Croatia, currently on course to become the first ever ACOC Formula 2 champion. But it's gonna be very, very interesting to see what the future will hold for all of these rising stars. We'll see where they all go. We'll see if they get a chance to Formula 1, if they stay in Formula 2, or if they go to IndyCar. Anything could happen for these 20 drivers, and we'll see where they get us. But it's been a very, very exciting Formula 2 season, that must be said, and we'll be ending it off with a high note. Mandic will certainly be pleased by topping it off with a win. Just what's the saying? The cherry on top for winning the championship with a win as well. As the night sets here at Abu Dhabi, this track looks spectacular at night. We're obviously racing around the marina of Abu Dhabi, and we've got the massive hotel as well with its beautiful night lights. As Richard Sundevik looks to have caught up to Jafar Blackwood. For Sundevik, he's not a driver that's been very talked about. He's had a bit of an unlucky season, let's say that. Missed out on his only podium of the season with tire issues. and he just kind of dropped back. But one person who's not dropping back is Thomas Mandek. He's built up a gap to 1.2 now. It's come down to 1.1. I think it's just a bit of an error there, but there's no problem. As Farina is still behind Daniel Fraser, but I don't think he's been able to make a move yet. As Yash Parmar has lost time to Assetto Martinez. That gap that was 1.3 is now 2 seconds. But Alex Boster doesn't seem to gain any time on his fellow countryman Yash Parmar as well. As there is a bit of a train forming behind Milka Singh actually. So none of these drivers are able to overtake. I think they're reaching the spot where it's kind of hard to overtake, so they're locked in a bit of a stalemate at the moment. But yeah, the gap seems to be closing a bit, so that's good. As you can see just how much time Parmar is losing. 2.8 that gap is, so he's really struggling with that car, it looks like. But you can see the gaps around P12 to P3 actually are very close. Linus Timell is closing in on either Weitz. He's closed the gap from 1.3 to 4 tenths. I think it was 2 tenths. But obviously this track is notorious for not being a circuit for overtaking. So I think Timell will be lucky if he's been able to make a move on either, unless he makes a mistake. As here's Oscar Van Woyen, the man with 4 points in the championship standings. He's going to be very happy to score some points. As we now have 10 laps remaining of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix already. But yeah, everyone just kind of closely following each other at the moment. Gaps around 4 to 6 tenths. And no one's been able to make up ground on one another, as Blackwood seems to fade away a bit from Luca Farina there. And I think, yeah, Yash Parmar, I don't know why we keep getting the camera to Yash Parmar, but yeah, he seems to be struggling. As here's Daniel Fraser, he's all over the back of Adam Hidayat. At the moment, you can see how close he is, but they always seem to lose a bit of time here coming down the straight. I think it's just dirty air that affects it, I believe, but I don't really know. I'm not an expert in these Dallara Formula 2 cars. I think they're built by Dallara, at least. Yeah, they are built by Dallara. And we will receive a, obviously if you don't know, we will be receiving a new Formula 2 chassis next season. So we'll have brand new cars. Brand new cars, brand new engines, brand new teams, brand new drivers. So it'll be a fresh start for Formula 2 in 2018. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see 2018. But yeah, it's been a very exciting Formula 2 season. As there's Ricard Tsunoda, you can see how close he is to Jafari Blackwood. But as I said, none of these drivers are able to overtake. This is not the most optimal circuit for overtaking, as I did previously mention. We can see the lap times, so then I think yeah, everyone's in the 154s at the moment. So you can see Palmer is a second slower than almost everyone else on track. You can see he's losing about a second every lap to Assetto Martinez. So yeah, it's not been very good for him. As Blackwood seems to have reclosed the gap. I think around 4 to 6 tenths is where he gets caught in the driver head's dirty air, so it gets a bit difficult for the drivers to overtake. And yeah, these cars aren't very slipstream effective either, so they're kind of hard to overtake on the straights as well. But here's the man in P4, Matija Dragovic, Ferrari testing reserve driver, and yeah, we'll see where he ends up for 2018. But Linus Timell is stuck behind Ida Weitz. Both two championship rivals are out of the points Fraser is P7, Singh is P3. But that's not gonna get them anywhere because Thomas Mandic will win the championship whatever happens now, as we have covered halfway distance now. Dragovic sits in P4. He's not been able to overtake Milka Singh. But yeah, the night has finally set on the Yas Marina circuit. Linus Timel, you can see him up ahead there on the onboard of Nikhil Walji. He's not been able to overtake either Weitz, and that must be frustrating for both Timel and Weitz, two Swedes in the championship battle. They're both out of the points, and their championship rival Thomas Mandic is gonna win the race and the championship with it. So yeah, they're gonna be a bit frustrated, but we're gonna see where they'll end up for 2018. As here's the man behind them. The three championship contenders are all out of P11, P12, P13, all out of the points. As you can see, just a big train forming, but with no one able to overtake. So it's a bit of a stalemate for everyone. You can see it goes kind of following each other, but nothing's happening. So yeah, it's a bit awkward. But yeah, whatever happens now, because I don't think we're gonna get any overtaking done. You can see everyone just kind of follows each other, but nothing's happening. So I think we'll see this race finish with Thomas Mandic as champion. And I think let me check the constructors champion standings real quick. I think what was I gonna say? I think Trident might win the championship standings, actually, the constructors championship, actually, because Russian time is on 99, and Antonov is out, and Timel is out of the points. Rapaks, both Rapak stars are out of the points, and Singh is P3. That's gonna be 15 points. So that's going to be enough for him to take the constructors title as well. But I believe, no, I think Campos might actually secure it. They're an 87. So yeah, on second thought, I think I've lost the words. I think Mandic might actually be able to secure the championship. His teammate Rosetta Martinez is P15, but it doesn't matter because 25 points might be enough for Mandic and Campos to secure the title. As there is actually a move. Is that Jean-François Bilot going on Nikhil Walji? Yes, it is. As there he's on the inside. And he was on the outside, but it doesn't look like he got on that move yet. But there was a bit of an action there, actually. So we got to see some racing. Below is still behind there as he lines up alongside Walji now into the braking zone. Walji's going to be on the outside. Can Martinez get involved there? As Walji's going to be on the inside now, and he looks to be ahead. But Below went a bit over the curbs, it looked like. So he lost a lot of time to Nikhil Walji. Look, it's over a second. He lost incredible amounts of time, and that's a lot of Rosetta Martinez, the Filipino, to close up. So yeah, nice that we got to see a bit of a battle at least. But I'm not sure if we'll see any other battles for the remainder of this race. We are now on lap 10 of 16. 6 laps remain of this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the final race of the Formula 2 2017 season. Mandic still leads 1 second. Summit Özkan is in second. Singh is P3. Then it's Dragovic, Van Broyen, Hidayat, Fraser, Farina, Blackwood, and Sundevik in your top 10 at the moment. And for those tuning in, if we finish as it is now, Mandic will be champion. So yeah, we will see. Jafari Blackwood he's been a bit inconsistent. He's been in and out of the point recently, so I think he'll be hoping to improve his consistency for 2018. As Samet Özkan does not look to be closing that gap on Mandic. Singh does not look to be closing that gap on Özkan as well. But I think Samet will. This will be a very good. This will be very nice to close the season for him. A P2 will sit nicely with him. As Matija Dragovic seems to be catching up on Singh, but not by a lot. Either Weitz is catching to Richard Sundevik, but not by a lot either. I think yeah, you can see everyone's just kind of falling behind each other, but no one is able to overtake. As they all head through turns 15 and 16. That's all the cars following closely by, but no overtakes whatsoever. I see Yash Palmer 5.1 is the gap between him and Rosetta Martinez, so he is really struggling in that ART. We'll see where 2018 takes the Brit. Same with Jafari Blackwood. We'll see where he'll end up for 2018. Wherever he will go, we will see where that leads him. But yeah, lap 11 of 16. There's Alex Brosser on the back of Yash Parma, but I don't think he's going to be able to make a move anytime soon. As Blake Moore puts in chat, this is fun. Yeah, I bet you're enjoying this split. But on a good note, this is the final race of the season. So yeah, we have F1 tomorrow, so the quote-unquote fun won't stop. Here is Luca Farina, the Italian in the Prema, Italian driver for an Italian team. Still trying to chase down Daniel Fraser for P7. Oscar van Rooyen's closing up to Matija Dragovic. 5/10 is the gap, but as we've seen before, I don't think he's going to be able to strike a move soon. You can see there as everyone just kind of follows closely between each other, but no moves will happen, I think, because yeah, everyone's just kind of stuck behind each other. And Turtle puts in chat, at least the cars sound good. Yeah, they do. These cars sound very, very nice. And yeah, we'll have new engines for 2018 as well, so we'll wait on how those sound as well. As here's Will Parrish, the man in last place at the moment. That is really not where we wanted to be for his first F2 debut, but we'll see. We'll see what happens to Will next season. Currently the only American on the ACOC. No, what am I saying? There's two American drivers. Will Parrish and Andrew Block, obviously. How could I have forgotten? As here's Nickel Walji. I think he's actually going to try a move on Linus Timel, the two championship fighters out of the points. Walji's going to line up side alongside with Timel on the inside, which is going to turn into the outside now. Timel's going to have the advantage there. And as he skips over the curb a bit, that's lost him time to Timel. So Walji has not been able to make the move. As there actually is Jean-Francois below. He's seeing the opportunity. He's going to challenge it on the outside. We'll be able to break later than the Canadian. No, he doesn't, as Walji's going to have the inside through there. And I don't think you make a move. You shouldn't really make a move. Well, what I was going to say, you don't really make a move into that corner. But Bilo has lost time to Walter now, but Timel remains P12. At 1.7 is the gap, so Timel is losing time. But I think, yeah, the championship is definitely over for Mr. Timel. As we have 3 laps remaining in this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and we can take this time to reflect on the Assetto Corsa offline championship Formula 2 season. First race in Bahrain, won by Daniel Fraser from P6 on the grid. Certainly an exciting race that was. In Spain, we had Victor Albo, obviously, his teammate, former teammate, should I say, won the race in Spain. Dominant performance for him. In Baku, we had the ART 1-2 Jean-Francois Billeux, and his teammate Yash Palmer coming in 1-2. In Austria, we had Alex Broster taking his first win. First point for Nicky Waldi as well, and Luca Farina. And then in Britain and Hungary, we had Thomas Mandic take 2 back-to-back wins. As there, I think Richard Sundevic made a mistake, but I don't think Vice is going to be able to make the move. But, or actually, is he? We're going to see if he can make the move. Oh, okay, yeah, go to Yash Palmer. As yes, he is. Here's Ida Vice. This is going to be for the points. For the first points position, Vite's going to be on the inside, but is he going to be able to get it here? No, he isn't, as he's lost out to Sundevic, but that's allowed Timel to close the gap now. But, yeah, I don't think Timel is going to be able to make a move, as no, he hasn't. He's 2 tenths behind Vite, as no, he actually kind of is. He's going to go on the inside of Vite, actually into the final corner, but has he been able to make the move? I don't think he has. No, he hasn't. And why did I say final corner? Because that obviously wasn't the final corner. This is the second to last final corner. So Timel was not able to make the move there. But whatever happens, Timel is going to lose the championship. So will he divides. But let's go back on the season reflection. So Britain and Hungary, Thomas Mandic took back-to-back wins. The only driver to score 2 wins, and he will score his 3rd today. Milka Singh took the win in Belgium. Last lap win that was from Laban Snisjai, probably the race of the season for Formula 2 that was. Then in Italy we had Linus Timel, and here in Abu Dhabi with 2 laps remaining we're gonna have Thomas Mandic, but Samit Özkan has actually closed the gap to Mandic, but I don't think he's gonna be able to line up for a move anytime soon. Yeah, I think the Özkan Express has caught up to Mandic as well, but yeah, no, I don't think he's gonna be able to overtake Thomas. So we'll see. We'll see if any moves happen, but I don't think they will at the moment. I think Mandic is gonna have to just play the defensive game now. Because I don't think Özkan's going to catch up yet. 0.6 of a second, and that gap does not look to be closing. So I think Thomas might just have the win secured, and even if he doesn't win, he'll still have the championship. But I guess they'll just add on to the glories. As Fraser, it has closed on Hidayat, but Hidayat, I think he lost a bit of time behind there actually. So Fraser remains P7. Milka Singh is P3. Another good podium for him. As there's Singh all over the back of Samit Özkan. Lap 15 and 16. 2 laps remaining. Richard Sundevic, the Swedish-Korean driver, set the fastest lap time now. A 1:53.2. But yeah, the gap has increased. It's back up to 1 second between Mandic and Özkan, and all the gaps seem to be staying a bit consistent at the moment. No gaps closer or further away at the moment. Everyone's kind of around the 6-7 tenths mark at the moment. Here's the Yash Palmer. I don't know why they keep showing Yash Palmer, but I don't know what's so important about him. But I don't know why that was so funny. I apologize. He seems to have gone a bit Lance Stroll there. As here's Nikhil Walji. No championship for him, neither for Linus Timel, and neither for Ida Weitz. So none of them will score points, unfortunately. But it's going to be a great day for Thomas, or a great evening for Thomas Mandic, should I say. He's going to come home World Drivers Champion in Formula 2, which will be a great result. I'm sure he'll be delighted with that. But no gaps increasing. Özkan 3/10 has closed the gap by 3/10, but that's still not enough of a move, enough distance to make a move. And we are now on the final lap, as Ida Weitz sets the fastest lap. Thomas Mandic currently sits on 87 points. Yes, 87 points. You're good at math, Miran. Thomas Mandic gonna come on with 87 points. That's gonna be enough for him to win his third race. One in Britain, one in Hungary, and this is gonna be his third race win, along with the championship title, as they head through the chicane for one final time in Formula 2. We'll bid farewell after this race to Rapback, to Racing Engineering, and to these cars. We'll have new cars for next season, and we'll see how the drivers adapt to that, as no one is close enough to make a move. Weitz is out of the points, Timel is out of the points, Walji is out of the points, Fraser is not close enough to be a threat for the championship, neither is Milka Singh. But we're gonna go with Thomas Mandic through the final few corners. He won in Britain, he won in Hungary, and he's gonna win in Abu Dhabi for the third time. But not only that, as he comes through the final corner, Thomas Mandic is going to see the checker flag first, and he will be crowned World Drivers Champion of 2017 for Formula 2. Thomas Mandic is Formula 2 champion. Bravo, Thomas. And that is the end to a very, very exciting Formula 2 season. Thomas Mandic wins in Abu Dhabi and takes the championship with him. That is a wrap, everyone. Thomas Mandic wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix and is World Drivers Champion alongside Campos. Samet Özkan is, congratulations to Thomas Mandic on the World Championship. He will be delighted with that, I'm sure. Samet Özkan is P2, his first ever podium in the ACOC. Milka Singh is P3, Matija Dragovic is P4, Oscar von Rooyen is P5, Hidayat P6, Fraser's P7, Farina P8, Blackwood P9, Sundvik P10, Weitz P11, Linus Timel, unfortunate for him, P12, but I set the fastest lap, so Nikhil Walji is P13, Jean-François Bilot P14, Martinez P15, Palmer P16, Brosser P17, Parrish 18th, and then Antonov and Shahin DNF'd. But that is a wrap for the 2017 Formula 2 season. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for sticking with us through this entire season. It's been a very, very exciting and great Formula 2 season. But I've enjoyed it, and congratulations to Thomas Mandic on the title. I'm sure he'll enjoy that one. But thank you so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow for the F1 finale at Abu Dhabi, and we will see you next season for the 2018 Formula 2 Championship.